Hey everybody, welcome to the Stay Alive Cup. This is the 5th installment, or season as the bracket has it. Essentially this is a free tournament that's being run off of TL. The organizer, Fro and Maverick, have put together basically just an open sign-ups, get anybody interested in a little bit of StarCraft action to play. And from there, just pick a winner. A few different winners include, this is Jimmy, well-known Terran player that I think plays for VT Gaming, as well as a few other players, including one of the administrators himself in the 3rd season. So this is basically just the opening round. We're going to be shifting through a few different brackets here to get around, and then we hope to have it weaned down to the semifinals within a few, probably within an hour or so. So this is game number 1. Opted to spec Qwerty on this one. Fairly well-known European player. He's ranked 96 in North America. We couldn't find him on the European ladder, so I'm guessing maybe he just plays on the US ladder strictly, which is pretty cool, because then he's in Europe playing on the US, which is awesome. Qwerty spawning is the orange Protoss in the 7 o'clock position. His opponent, dudeman, in the red Terran in the 1 o'clock position. All brackets are randomized, player groups randomized. We just finished our sign-ups and got going, so this is basically just game number 1, and there's a number of game number 1s going on. Players that are successful will be reporting their wins into the live stream channel that's posted on Team Liquid there, so definitely check it out if you guys are interested. This looks like it's going to be a pretty big little tournament, but definitely interesting. All skill sets, actually. All players have been randomized not by skill, but simply in random. So, a few different odd matchups. It's just a best of 1, so single elimination. And then, yeah, it's just going to be the last player standing, the last player staying alive, I guess, hence the name of the tournament. So that's really cool. Pretty standard opening for both players. Qwerty getting a quick cyber core. Dudeman just grabbing some gas, getting his orbital up. Not supply blocked yet. Built to supply depot at the bottom just to make sure no funny business happened. Early scout from both players. Dudeman deciding to stick around, just leaving Qwerty's base now. Qwerty's got the cyber core. Double gas for Qwerty, so I'm guessing we're going to see a little bit more of a stronger tech. Most likely, double gas generally means void rays, but don't know if that'll work or not. We'll see. Factory going up for Dudeman, so he's going to be doing a pretty standard build. His double gas is just getting started. Stalker going down, Warp Gates going down for Qwerty. So this will give him a pretty good opening. He's going to chrono boost the Warp Gates. So yeah, we're definitely going to see a little bit more gateway play. I would guess at that. Dudeman's doing the standard, just putting down some Marines there really quick. Factory just finished. Let's see. There's no reactor. Tech lab for the factory going down, and then the starport for Dudeman. So he's going to get a chance to basically select his tech. Bunker going down for Dudeman. Wants to make sure he doesn't get pushed early by any stalkers or anything like that. Robo going down for Qwerty. So yeah, he is going to go to a gateway Robo, which is pretty decent versus Terran. If he does get any Marauders and stuff like that, Immortals chew them up. Colossus obviously just strong against that Bio Ball. A lot of Bio Balls, though, are coming up against Colossus because players will just get the reactor on the starport, spam a few Vikings, and basically just take down the Colossus before the Protoss has any ability to recover. So I'm hoping we'll see something like that. Observer going to go down for Qwerty first, which is great. Going to give him a chance to see the Terran structures and base layout there. Going to get a chance to see that, yes, his opponent does have a starport. It's not going to be as easy as he'd like it to be to push in there. Second gate going down, robotics going down. So definitely just going to go for Colossus, regardless of seeing the starport or not. So forget I said that. Dudeman's just saving up some Hellions. Pre-igniter going to finish, so he's going to definitely drop some Hellions in there, try to remove some of the probes from Qwerty there. Dudeman throwing down a little extra supply with his energy there. Why build a supply depot when you can just drop one from the sky? Reactor going down on the barracks. I'm going to let him get a few more Marines. Here goes the Medivac. 3 Hellions in that. Pre-igniter will be finished by the time it gets there. It goes by the time it gets to the base. Qwerty looking to throw down an expansion. This is going to hurt him a little bit as he's just on 2 gate. 1 Colossus coming now and a lot of stacked up probes. Good that he's going to see this medevac going to cross right over this pylon here. Dudeman not stopping. Qwerty gonna be able to reposition, so losses aren't gonna be too heavy here, but definitely a little more than I'm sure Qwerty would like to see. Dudeman, oh, great trap. Still got about 6 kills, 7 kills, but great trap there. Would have liked to see him load him back into the medevac. The medevac damage wasn't too significant. Get them onto the other side of that robotics and get out of there, but he did see the robotics. No research for thermal lances yet. Really low on gas for Qwerty. Reactor went onto the starport there, so he's going to get Vikings to hard counter those Colossuses. Colossus cannot shoot up. So it's going to be basically just who can have control. Getting enough Vikings will force the Colossus back. Even if the guy has stalkers, Qwerty has stalkers, just spamming the Vikings, they can usually take out 3 or 4 Colossus, which is all they have to do. The Bio Ball, generally after that, is enough to clean up the remaining armies. So Marauder is going to be in production now. Stim going down for Dudeman, which is pretty standard. Dudeman's taking the chance to get his command center going. Nexus is half complete here. Still no thermal lance. That's going to force the Colossus to have to get closer to that Bio Ball. Let them get hit by Marauders and expose them more so to Vikings. So thermal lance is a must upgrade. More so than even that 3rd Colossus, because properly microed Colossus with the thermal lance will have a much better chance of staying alive. There, it just got started. Hopefully he's got some chrono boost. Not yet. Yup, another drop. Oh, that's gonna hurt. That medivac just loaded right back up, went out. There was about, I would say about 7 or 8 probes dead there. So Qwerty's lost probably about a total of 12 to 15 probes today with no answer yet. So he's going to be a little bit behind tech-wise. His expansion just finished. Hasn't started a transfer. It's just going to be chrono boosting the probe production here at the expansion. Should definitely get thermal lance. Got 3 Colossus, very good. 2 probes moving with the army. I guess he's going to throw up a proxy pylon there. 5 Zealots, 3 Stalkers. So it's going to push up. Throwing the proxy down at the Zelnaga tower will give him a chance to warp in with sight, which is pretty convenient. If you are retreating, gets a good chance to make sure you're not getting surrounded there. Take a look. Dudeman is going to push forward. He's going to run right smack into Qwerty. Qwerty does not have thermal lance yet. 1 Colossus down. He does have a critical mass of Vikings though. See, look what I mean. All he has to do is just spam those Colossus. Whether the Viking die or not, it's too much damage. Now all it is Bio versus the toss early game. Marauders is just going to clean up these remaining Stalkers. Marauders concussive shell just finished. But didn't really help him chase anything down, but definitely gives Dudeman the advantage. He does lose all his Vikings, but you lost 3 Colossus, and I have more ground army than you do, so it's going to be Qwerty's in a bad way right now. Dudeman's going to throw down a scan, make sure there is no surprises. Doesn't see any, so he's definitely going to push in, leading in with the ground Viking there. Slow, gonna not allow these Zealots to get away. A couple more Zealots going in, but not enough of a meat shield just on 2 more gateways in production, but I just don't think it's enough. You can bring up some probes, that's a really good way to absorb a little bit of fire, but still just too much. The medivacs just flew right over. Those aren't medivacs, right? Those are Vikings. So slight micro from Dudeman, still able to take out all those Zealots. And he's just going to push down into Qwerty's base. There he goes. Stim early on. Gonna finish off the pylon. Qwerty's down to these last 3 stalkers. A few more probes trying to provide a meat shield. They're going to get torn apart pretty quickly. Just enough, actually, for Qwerty to repel it. Dudeman's masked up a nice little recovery, though. He's throwing down a few more barracks. His expansion is almost fully saturated. It does have an orbital, so with double mule and the amount of SCVs he has in his base, he's not going to be behind. Dudeman's going to take this opportunity just to keep the pressure on. A few sentries. These are very good versus marauders. Marine balls. Cut them in half. Let your stalkers and zealots focus on sectioned armies, which is a lot easier to handle than that giant, massive marines and marauders and medivacs. He does need to get Templar and another Colossus up. There is no more Vikings in production, so a Colossus here would have actually tipped the scales. He did. There's the cut. So it sections off the army, let your zealots get in there without a huge ball. They're still able to be hit, but it forces a little bit more micro for those. All the stalkers did perish there, as well as the zealots. Medivacs almost at energy, did lose 1 medivac there. I think dudeman is going to clean up Qwerty here. Good game from Qwerty. And that's game 1. So this is single elimination, so we'll put up the brackets really quick. That's going to put Qwerty out of it. Really sucks to go out this early in the game, but definitely going to put him out. Let's get on to there. And the brackets basically look like this. So it's essentially just the giant bracket round of however many I think are playing. I think it was about 54 we had. So players are going to announce their victories here, and then just pick up their next bracket once the admins update that. So I'm going to save this, and then we'll see you guys in the next game in just a second.